How's it going, everyone? It is Thursday, September 12th, 2024, and let's get right into the picks from the last video. I actually had recorded this video earlier today and then did not have any sound on my recording. So, to the person who commented, thank you for telling me. So, I cannot give the pick I gave him that video because it already kind of panned out. So, we're going to go look at our YouTube picks here. And I'm going to mark out the swings that we had and that we closed out. So yesterday we had a pretty big intraday reversal. And I think I'm going to go to the market context first here because that'll sort of set up the deal for the picks. So yesterday we had a pretty big intraday reversal. Here's a couple things I saw here. So we have this double bottom, higher low. Market came back, tested this level from the 6th, couldn't quite get to that 100-day SMA. Strong move up, close above the 50 SMA, and now we are continuing higher. So longer term, technically, I'm a little bit more neutral. I see us mainly between this horizontal trading range between 540 and 565 for the past couple of months. The only exception is when we had the bottom fall out from this yen carry trade news, and then we actually snap back into the range. So that's what I'm seeing on a technical level. On a fundamental level, still mildly bullish. Nothing has really changed on the economic backdrop. We're going to watch the FOMC statement next week, see if they're going to say anything about future rate cut guidance. On a shorter term basis, I am pretty bullish because of this intraday reversal. It had a lot of momentum. I was bullish earlier in the video, and now I'm even more bullish in the current video. As we've broken out to the high of the day, we're continuing that trend. There's some very, very nice volume here. Key thing for today is QQQ. So QQQ broke through, hit this 100-day SMA, and tested that a little bit. So that's why we had some profit taking here and some selling. Managed to break through in the third try and is now advancing. SPY is also continuing up higher. So I think we have a good chance for a bullish trend day later in the day. So based on all that information, I don't have a strong conviction as much. On pins, I took a small profit. I got in right here at about $29.50 on the stock, and I closed it. I added at $29.09, so my average price was about $29.30. And I'm going to zoom out just over here. So I took it somewhere right around here. I added it on this breakdown, which ended up not panning out. The market rallied for the past couple of days, and pins did not rally. We put up an overlay of both of these positions here. So there's a SPY drop, rallied up a little bit, came for the retest. Pins did not rally it up, poked back down below, and then kind of shot back up. So took the small win on pins when I had it. Second one here was AMD. Stock had dropped down and was showing some relative strength while the market was bumping up over here. The key tell was yesterday when market was flat open, came back down and tested it. AMD actually gapped up. It did fall through earlier in the day, but then when it broke through that high of the day, and so did the market, that's when I took the loss on this guy. So AMD, we took a loss over here. Probably got in somewhere around the 134-ish range. I took the loss around the 147, 146 range. So, that happens. Broke through our technical stop, and that is what it is. Okay, other one I took over here, ENTG. So we took that short on the 9th. It was looking pretty good. Here is the breakdown in ENTG. By the way, especially on a day when the market was going up, ENTG was going down. Found some support, started rallying up. We had the sell down again, and then we broke through the high of the day. That is when I took some profits right over here around, took the loss right over here around 110. So about a 1.5 ATR loss. I think that's a pretty big average size, I would say so. So that was a loss there. Yesterday I gave a pick on Starbucks, and we're going to zoom into the M5 chart. Okay, so first on the D1 chart, Starbucks was pretty strong. Had some major news. I think there was some CFO transition or something like that. Digested this news. It was kind of holding the gains a lot while the market was selling off from the 13th onwards. Let's take a look at this D1 chart in comparison. You can see we had this heavy drop all the way down to the 6th, and it did react a little bit, but here's the 6th, right? There's not a lot of selling into this. It was losing some strength here, found some support. We got a nice strong candle, and that was attacking this high over here. So on Starbucks, I have a alert over there. It's digesting all those gains from yesterday right now. But here was the key tell on Starbucks. We had a small gap up, and it was grinding higher while the market was checking and was making a very strong move down. So here's Starbucks in that first hour. Here's the market in that first hour and a half. Market starts to rally. Starbucks also starts to rally. And then, it's kind of in and out of relative strength, but this is just a very nice, steady grind higher the whole day. So I recommend it as a day trade initially, but I wanted to wait for a bit of a pullback. I thought we might see some resistance at the 50 SMA and then come up, but we actually just managed to just churn through that level. Here's the break of the 50 SMA, the retest, another double top, and then we actually broke out to the high of the day over here. So that was kind of our clue that we are in pretty safe territory right now. And not a lot of red candles, not a lot of deep retracements. We are just finding support at this 8 EMA. Same thing with Starbucks. So yesterday, instead of a day trade, I actually took it as an overnight swing. Took it at 97.45 with the profit target of about 98.30 because that would get me pretty close to the high of the day. I thought I could take a good amount of profit on that. So that overnight swing actually just ended up getting filled same day. So still ended up taking it as a day trade, even though the intention was to have a swing trade on it. So that was a nice little win. Mobileye. I took Mobileye yesterday on the break at 12:45, and this was earlier in the day. So my bias was like, look, we had a pretty big move. We got this Buonapi bearish cross. I think we got at least a chance to hit VWAP maybe, or we might see some resistance at the high of the day / the 50 SMA. At least we're going to test this zone. So that's what I was watching for here. And I think Mobileye would move down in that breakdown. Over here, market stalled a little bit, hit the 50 SMA, and then this was kind of the critical juncture where we needed to see that this would sort of kind of be broken down, and we didn't get that. So I exited at 145. We got a sell signal over here. We got a break above my stop. This is the stop area I have right here. So clean break above that stop, took an average size loss on MLBY. Was a good pick, but just wasn't the right pick for the market condition. The market was just a little bit too strong. Okay, so those are the picks. In the muted video, I gave the pick for Hood. And I took Hood. I mentioned the video that market was going down. Hood was grinding up higher. So on this candle right here at 12 o'clock, we got a fresh 1-up bullish cross. We have Hood also breaking out of compression to the new high of the day. So I took it at 21.50, and I took profits at 21.68. If you're in remember the one option chat, I posted that trade in the chat. So that was the pick for the muted video. I'm going to find a new pick, and let's see what we can do. So because it's a little bit later in the day, I have a couple of potential swings that I liked. And I've been doing a lot of more experimenting on my swing trades on the side. I haven't been posting them really in the chat. I've just been doing a little bit of R&D. But basically, here's sort of two main categories of trades that I've found, and I think that you guys can also find. So Hood is a perfect example of the first trade. So I know there's a lot of lines here. Let me actually see if I can... What's my keyboard shortcut here? I can hide my drawings. Control J. Okay. So, actually, here's what I'm going to do, because there is a couple of levels here. Okay, so the main thing you need to know on Hood is that we are in this bullish channel, right? So here's this bullish channel, generally speaking. We hit the bottom of the bullish channel. We broke through the SMA, all right? So this is a very clean break. The second part is on a much longer term time frame. We're getting through this downward sloping high minus trend line. So that is that sort of reversal pattern here. Plenty of upside, very close to the downside. So this is a very, very nice trade. The stock has good volume today, just kind of steadily churning up higher. I would get in on probably an LRSI pullback. So I'm going to set an alert on that over here. And that could be a pretty nice swing trade. I'm also going to set an alert for a buy signal as well. So I like what I'm seeing here. You see it's above all these levels. We have a breakout on the D1 as well. Clean SMA break. So I'm going to maybe take that on closer to the end of the day. So Hood is a nice little swing, I would say. Another nice swing is Amazon. So same deal with this stock, right? We're in this bullish channel. And actually this trend line got broken. Okay. And here is our downward sloping trend line because we broke through that. We broke through this SMA, closed above it, and then opened above it yesterday. And we're just digesting some of the gains from this really, really big move. This is a nice little buy signal that we got, grinding higher a little bit. So I like what I'm seeing in Amazon. Again, I'll also probably take this as a swing overnight. Not super strong right now, but I do like this D1 setup quite a bit over here. Nice little opportunity for a reversal. The last one I'll give over here is Ego. This is a little bit more of a bullish setup. So you can see we're in this wide bullish channel. Break to the downside, buy, break to the downside, buy, break to the downside. This is a nice little buy over here. We're moving up pretty strongly, and we have some room to support. So I think you can definitely take some nice amount of swings over there. So that's the first sort of setup. You're in a bullish channel. You're getting a bounce off the bottom, breaking of a downward sloping trend line, and then you're entering. The second one is more of a bigger reversal setup on the D1. So U is a really nice example. We have a very bearish stock. It is put in a base over a couple of months. I remember because I actually traded this as a bearish swing a couple months ago. Put in the base. We have a news catalyst today. I made some changes to some pricing that's probably going to affect revenue and margin and profits. So broke through that on a lot of heavy volume. Here's the intraday action. Now I'm waiting for this to come in a little bit because there's going to be some profit taking here. Once the dust settles, then I'm going to get in on the stock, probably a little closer in the day. And I'm going to use this 200-day SMA as well as this horizontal resistance around, I don't know, let's call it $19 or about $18.30. There is some support. So I'm going to use that level as support, and I want to see us at least touch that or close above that today before I take the swing. So that's one. VRDN is another reversal setup. This is a sort of a different pattern. This is a biotech. There's some news catalysts, had some positive trials on the news. Lots of volume coming in over here. And I need to zoom out a ton. And you can see the huge trend line breaks on this guy. Ton of trend line breaks. So ton of trend line breaks, heavy volume, news catalyst. That is a pretty nice reversal setup on the D1 as well. And another one over here, I just got the alert for that, is 5. So this is a nice, also a little bit of reversal setup in the gap. So I like what I'm seeing here in 5. Starting to accelerate here, getting some good volume. Tested this level, and now it's moving up higher. When I also noticed that if there's a huge gap, it's probably unlikely to fill it. This is a much smaller gap, so it has a pretty good chance. Very nice risk reward here. So 5 is another nice pick. So for today, 2 picks I'm going to give as overnight swing. I'm going to go for range. I'm going to go for 5. So let's add this to our, where's our YouTube picks here? So I like 5. We're going to go long 5. What else do we like here? Long 5. I like U if it can hold above the 200-day SMA. Yeah, I like these two quite a bit. I'm also, let's look at app here quickly. So app actually has, here's a channel, actually broke through the channel on the upside and might be going parabolic, might be forming a new channel. Ton of volume here. Ton of volume, super strong price action. So you can also trade this, and I would just use the opening of this candle as support. Also seems to be close to some major resistance. Let me zoom out here. Oh yeah. High of 116 here. Pretty major high. Yeah, that's a crazy crazy move here, but certainly some room there. So I like what I am seeing. In app, I don't think I'm going to take it as my recommendation for today. I'm going to go with 5. I do like Amazon a lot. I just wish you could really make that high of the day. Yeah, I'm going to go with 5 and I think I think those are going to be my 2 picks for the day if they set up. So that's it for today's video. You can see how in the M5 the market has been breaking out to the upside, moving up higher. QQQ has held the gains, also moving up higher over here. So we have a tech-led charge. Amazon's looking pretty good. And I think my bias is we're going to have a nice move all the way up to 565. Probably pause there. 563, probably pause there for, until FOMC. So we have a nice little window to take some overnight swings. Thanks for watching, everyone. And I will we'll take a look at how these are doing in tomorrow's video.